Hello everyone, my name is Nuraini Unintias, and in this video I'm going to adjudicate the UDC 2020 in an attempt to fulfill the assignments of speaking for academic purposes. So please enjoy. So here is the ranking and the score for each team. The first place is the closing government, the second place is the closing opposition, the third place is the opening opposition, and the fourth place is the opening government. So the reason why closing government is the first place because closing government's mechanism and method are very systematical and logical. Moreover, closing governments most likely could handle both CO and OO argument with great explanation and evidence. Closing government also gives a solution on how the rural area and urban area economy could restore by agricultural sector with a great reason and explanation. And lastly, closing government's point is still the same as the opening government points about the need of agricultural sector, but giving a strong evidence and deeper explanation on how the agricultural sector could restore the economy in Indonesia. The second place is the closing opposition team because closing opposition team give an unpredictable argument that urban people is the most vulnerable one with a great reasoning and evidence, and moreover, closing opposition debunked opening government statement with a real evidence. And lastly, closing opposition statement was emphasizing the opening opposition statements on how Indonesia should revitalize the urban growth first in order to revitalize the rural area with a better analogy. The third place is opening opposition team because opening opposition gave a contextual explanation on how to restore the economic gap between rural and urban areas after post-COVID by balancing the supply and demand. Moreover, opening opposition successfully debunked opening government statement about rural area and stated that opening government statement is not realistic to what actually happened in COVID-19 by giving a real evidence. Lastly, opening opposition debunked the opening government statement about the social cohesion between rural area and urban area. The fourth place is opening government because opening government actually has set up the debate and present the context or problem nicely, but unfortunately doesn't explain how the urban areas could bounce back like they mentioned, and only to focus and concern on rural side. And lastly, opening government statements are most likely only an idealistic idea without any real evidence by stating, for example, and so on and so on. Thank you.